Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to check me out yet a mother freaking again. I'm your girl Chrissy and I'm back, mother effers. So first off, I just want to say happy 4-year Lockiversary to me. No, my Lockiversary hasn't come yet, but this video is to pretty much set the tone. It's the lock talk of my 4-year Lockiversary. My Lockiversary is actually next month, September 16th, and I'm about 2 weeks away from my 47th month lock update. So I figured since there are changes and my hair is freshly retwisted, I will do this video now ahead of time. I kind of do that, it's weird. I did that last year too. So anyways, thank you for coming in and keep watching. Okay, so of course, you know how I do things over here. If you've been here before, I'm a cheat sheeter, okay? I have to write things down so I can stay on track and, you know, hit the points that I really want to hit. Okay, so as I mentioned already, I am going on 47 months locked. I will not be doing a 4-year Lockiversary on my Lockiversary, but I may be doing, of course, like a lock visual with photos and videos like I normally do. So yeah, I am happy about that, but I'll get more into details with that a little later. In case you haven't noticed, I did wear white for a reason, particularly because I wanted my hair color to stand out. I have finally dyed my locks jet black and I absolutely love it. Like, let me get a little closer for you guys so you guys can see. I just absolutely love it. Like, I was a little apprehensive because I wasn't sure if it was going to come out nice, if it was even going to make a difference, you know what I mean? And with that being said, it did. I felt like with the old color, I had it for quite some time, like over 2 years to be exact, or about 2 years, a little over 2 years, because I think it was July of 2019 when, I believe it was either June or July of 2019 when I last dyed my locks. And back then I used harsh chemicals, I used permanent dyes, I used bleach, dyes that have bleaching agents in it. So because of that, like, I just kind of chilled off of, you know, dyeing my hair, doing anything strenuous when it comes to dye. So I took a little break, and I always knew that I wanted to dye my locks jet black. I've said it every year. Every year I'm just like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be the year. I'm going to do it next year, whatever the case may be. But with my 4-year Lockiversary just literally right around the corner, I just figured, like, why not? Like, I just got tired of, like, you know, I get tired of looking, I don't care, like, I don't mind looking at my locks and having locks. I got tired of the color, and I really always wanted jet black hair. So I am happy that I did decide to go against, you know, my apprehension and dye my locks. And I did dye them jet black. I wanted to share the type of dye that I used, and this is probably one of the lesser brands. It's by Kiss. It's Kiss Colors. It's a semi-permanent dye. Now, I didn't use this color. It is blue black. I use jet black, but I also purchased some blue black bottles as well, just in case I wanted to give that a try once this washes out. The reason why I decided to go with this, Temptation is the brand of, or the name of this particular product. The reason why I want to go with this particular hair dye is because the ingredients in this hair dye is phenomenal. Let's start with ingredient number 1. As you can see, it is, I don't know if you can see that, but probably not, but it's made with aloe vera water. So the first ingredient also lists aloe vera water. So actually it says aloe leaf juice as the first ingredient of the list. And then it has other great ingredients as main ingredients, such as castor oil, argan oil, olive oil, keratin, and collagen. And honestly, I started to, you know, because I haven't used this dye in a while, but I did use it when I dyed my locks. I semi-permanent dyed my locks blue. It was just a couple of locks that I had the color blue, and it was like really soft, and I loved it, and I absolutely love the ingredients in this. I feel super comfortable using this. But that's why I went with it. You know, I was starting to think like, okay, I'm gonna condition my hair afterwards, but after washing this product out, you know, your hair is super soft, like super manageable, even for locks, as you can see. And I just dyed my locks yesterday, so you know, get an idea of what it's looking like. It hasn't even been 24 hours since I dyed my locks. Reaching it, but haven't been quite yet. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys in case someone is interested in semi-permanent dye. I strongly advise that you check out this brand. It is the Kiss Colors Temptation semi-permanent dye. Another reason why I went with semi-permanent is because of the obvious, like, I just didn't want to put any harsh chemicals on my hair. And I did and do still love my ombre that I previously had, so I like the option of always having that there just in case, like, you know, I get bored with jet black. But I'm really feeling this look. I didn't even think I was gonna look right with it, but I was just like, oh my god, I didn't think it was gonna be a major difference because I had a lot of natural hair color, you know, at the top, my roots and so forth. And I'm like, is my hair jet black? But clearly it wasn't. It was like a huge difference. But I'm just happy that I got this new look going on, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. Moving along. All right, another thing I want to talk about with you guys this evening is damages that I've experienced within this last year, I would say. So I want to give an update in regards to my interlocking. A couple of months ago, literally like a little over 2 months ago, I had interlocked the front of my locks. And I'm really curious as to, you know, when you interlock your locks, do it unravel when you wash them, because if it don't, like, my hair like grew a lot. Like, it was a lot of lock growth, okay? And we're talking about since I interlocked my roots, and it was still growing away from the locks, and I'm just like super annoyed with it. Like, I don't want to have to, I don't know, maybe if I have to do this a couple of more times to kind of train it, but at the end of the day, they're literally going to do what it wants to do, and you just gotta go along with the flow. But prior to me retwisting my locks, them things was all over the place, like literally. So I don't know, like I should retwist my locks more, but I don't. I always say this, I am not one of those people that can go like a couple of months. Even though I do it, I shouldn't, because my hair is literally growing away from my locks, and it was a lot of new growth that was growing away. Like, I can pull it out like from the bottom, like it was just so much and so thick. So yeah, that was just an update regarding my interlocking. I did experience some breakage towards the ends of my locks, and of course those are the locks that had the lock sprinkles on it. I want to show you guys one that's hanging on for dear life, if I can find it, if it haven't fell already. But I've experienced, like, I lost a lot of here it is. See, this was a lock that had, or this is a lock that has a lock sprinkle on it, and I'll leave the link below, but I'm talking about the things that I wish I knew before installing my lock sprinkles. And one of those major things is installing my lock sprinkles on locks that weren't fully matured, and because of that, I've lost like a good amount of length. As you can see in that last one that I showed you, like I'm losing some length, and that happened a lot, and I noticed it a lot lately. It's been happening, and I used to have them on a lot of tips of my locks. So that's the only thing that I would say that I'm experiencing as far as breakage. I did notice that a few, several months, maybe towards the end of last year, I noticed that I had a double head dragon. I don't know if it's because my lock is continuously growing, but that double head dragon that I had is no longer here. And I don't know, like, did it just somehow, lock on its own, or did it break off? But this is all that is left from it. So yeah, I don't know, because I think when I noticed it, it was like, I don't know. There's a video that you can go back to refer. I haven't watched it in a while, but I don't know what happened to the double-headed dragon part. It was a lot longer than this, like and when I noticed it out of nowhere. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But that's like pretty much it as far as the damage is concerned. I know a lot of people in the lock industry or community stresses out a lot about lint, and my take on lint is just like, I don't even care. Like, as long as it's not something like too over the top, too extreme, too major. Like, I totally understand why people dye their locks jet black, because you can mask the lint looking feeling. And I say that because I did have a few locks towards the end that were that had lint in it, and I'm just like, I'm not going to stress myself out over it, you know what I mean? But I noticed after I dyed my locks yesterday, I no longer have that issue. You can't visibly see the lint. So I guess if you guys are a little bit weary about lint, you can definitely put some semi-permanent dye over your locks, and that thing will mask it right on up, okay? So I'm pretty much done with the damages. Let's talk about the lock length, honey. My locks are growing so fast and so long. It's to the point where at some point it was like I didn't even realize my locks were as long as it was. I'm going to insert a video or a clip. It's hard to tell when somebody is like sitting down, but I'm going to insert a video or a clip here, or a picture, so you can see like what these locks are giving. Like, they're literally down to the real middle. Before I used to say middle of my back, and middle of my back was here. No, they're down here now. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm maintaining my hair, and I haven't really been doing anything major with my lock routine because, again, as I stated in a previous lock video, I moved. So in preparing for that, I had a birthday in April, so I haven't really been keeping up with the things that I normally do. But I will be happy to share with you all things that I do to maintain healthy, growing, luscious locks. Okay. And what else I want to talk about in regards to the length, because they are growing, it is becoming slightly, it's annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm appreciative for the length, but there are things that like bothers me, and there's literally like nothing I can do about it. And one of those things being sleeping at night is, I sleep great at night, but in regards to protecting my locks with a scarf and or bonnet, it's just a pain in my, like, it's a pain in my ass. Okay, it comes off in the middle of the night, and I believe everybody always have that issue. Let me just back up a little bit more, but I believe everybody could say for the most part you struggle with your scarf or bonnet coming off at night. Sometimes, like I sleep with an eye mask on now, so I don't have that issue anymore because the mask, the band from the mask keeps my bonnet on. But it's just heavy, because the bonnet that I do have is not like a long bonnet to cover my locks. So when I put my bonnet on, my locks are hanging like this. in the back, and it's just heavy. And then like trying to sleep with a big old ball in the back of bottom of your neck is just really irritating to say the least. So that I would say has been my number one annoyance. And I also said this in my last live video, is just, you know, just having it on my neck and on my back all the time. I'm not a fan of that. You know, maybe like once a week, I'll take my locks, I'll wear my locks down in the house just to let it down. But for the most part, I have this scrunchie. It doesn't do any damages to my locks as far as like wearing it in a ponytail or a bun, because it's a scrunchie. It's loose. It's not like really tight. It's not a perfect ponytail or a perfect bun. It's just put up very messy. And I demonstrated that in my last lock video. But yeah, I would say that was the thing that annoys me the most about my locks growing. And something new that I realized, shampooing my locks, which I'm sure you guys heard this from a lot of people that talk about their locks and things that annoys them. When I wash my hair now, it takes a lot more shampoo, a lot more conditioner, a lot more rinsing. So I'm definitely in there extra long just to really cleanse my locks. But the good thing is I usually cleanse my locks that deep of a cleanse once a month with my apple cider vinegar shampoo that I use. Outside of that, in between that month when I decide to wash, it still takes a lot just to make sure that I'm cleansing my locks pretty good. I don't have product buildup at all, never suffered from it, and I can't say that I attribute that to 100% me, but it's not like I use products in my hair too often. I use oils. Oils are products. Let's not get it twisted. But I don't even use those too often. Like my routine is very seamless, like very seamless, to the point where you'd be like, are you taking care of your hair? And I'm like, trust me, I listen to my locks and I move at the pace that I should be, and I don't overdo it. I don't over moisturize. I don't under moisturize. And you know, and I do wash my hair in between, so it doesn't necessarily be required for me to spray my hair every day or, you know, oil my hair every day, because moisture is still there and I drink a lot of water. So that also helps as far as, you know, what I do to my hair or what I don't do. But managing my locks overall, when it does come down to the days where I need to moisturize my locks, and getting the rose water and oil and herb mix down packed has been more. It's just more that I have to do when it comes to managing and maintaining my locks when I do aid to my locks. Again, it's not something that I do every day or every week. Sometimes I do every other week, you know what I mean? Or just about every other week, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when I do have to do it, it is like a little annoying because I have to take time to do it. It's not like a 1, 2, 3 and I'm out. It's literally like, okay, let's pay attention and let's get this thing done individually so I don't have to come back for another week. Okay, like it's one of those things. But that's just about it. I'm definitely grateful for my length. I'm grateful for the health of my hair. I'm not complaining, you know what I mean, but I am stating the obvious. You know, for people that are in their starter lock phase, something you might want to be mindful of, because I mean, you don't have to be mindful of it, but you know, in case nobody told you, Star told you, Chrissy told you, okay? Next, retwisting my locks. Like I said, I should be retwisting my locks at least once a month. I would say at the most, like I would say maybe even, no, I would say once a month for me. I was gonna say 3 to 4 weeks, but no. I would say 4 weeks. Once a month, I should be retwisting my locks on a continuum basis, but I don't. I'm a very busy woman, and by busy, I mean I work a lot of hours. I practically work every single day now, including Sundays lately. So retwisting my locks. And then let's not forget that I have 2 daughters that have locks, and my son, my youngest son, he has longer hair, you know what I mean, which I'm thinking about locking, but still something else that I have to maintain outside of my own head. So it just overwhelms me. So as long as my kids look good, I'll go additional weeks without looking like something, okay? So this is the first time I retwisted my hair, which was yesterday. And it was the first, technically today, if you want to be technical. But it was the first time that I retwisted my, oh yeah, what you thought? You thought I wasn't sipping? I'm sipping. Okay, first time I retwisted my locks in like 2 months. So just about 2 months. So I want to get out of that habit. I wish that I can, but it's just lifestyle for me because of work and me needing my rest, or just downtime of not doing something is the reason why I've been going without a retwist. But you know, the great thing is I'm very attentive to my hair, you know, on lock days where I have to retwist my hair and deep cleanse my hair and do a moisture surge to my locks. So, you know, I'm very, very detailed, and you know, I pay attention to the needs of my hair when that time comes. So I make sure I do what needs to be done so that I don't have any issues. You know, I try to stay on top of it, not get too far off, because again, like I said before, I'm not one of those people that should be going long without a retwist, okay? But overall, as I wrap this up, this lock journey has been extremely exciting. You know, tips or advice that I have for people that are in the starter lock phase, just enjoy your journey, like, because this lock journey is full of surprises. It's never the same. It's not going to be the same month to month, especially in the beginning of your lock journey. Definitely not day to day. Every single day my locks are doing something different. And I love exploring my hair as they continue to grow, and I love learning as they continue to grow, what my hair is today, or what used to work for my hair that no longer works, you know what I mean? And I love learning you know, different things that I can do as far as styling and things of that nature. Now, I know you guys don't see me style too often, but that's because I'm extremely tender-headed. I just can't. I just really can't. But there's a style I did recently on my last video that I was talking about self-love, and God, I had to take that thing out. Like, it hurt so bad. But at the end of the day, I just really, really enjoy my lock journey. In case you're wondering about my side cut, I am gonna keep cutting it. I just love the look. I just love the look. I don't care. It's different. It stands out. It's not typical, and it fits me. So despite how I got this look, despite how reluctant I was to cut my locks off and shave my hair, I love the side cut. You know, it's just me. I like rough around the edges, but at the same time very poised, very prissy, but you never know what you're gonna get, okay? Like, this cut tells you that, you know, I'm not one to fuck with. And if you fuck with me, you're gonna find out why, okay? So anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy 4-year lock-iversary to me. I will be giving y'all, like, I think within this last year lock-iversary journey, my lock length is nowhere near compared to what it was last year. I'm gonna post a side-by-side from 3-year to 4-year, okay? 3-year to 4-year, and you're gonna see. But anyways, once again, it's your girl Chrissy, Star Estrella, whatever you want to call me. Thank you so much for checking me out. Peace and love and harmony, and be blessed.